Hey, have you ever thought about creating an HTML table but giving a little extra boost to it, meaning in which you can have a sorted column and also a search term where you start typing, it will filter for you. For example, if I start typing AI, it's going to filter only for that particular character, but also gives you the ability to export it to Excel, CVS, file type, as well as PDF and print it, but not to mention the fact you can also copy the data right off your screen. If you're interested in that, make sure you watch this whole video. And also, if you like watching my video, my channel, and you haven't subscribed to it, make sure you do that because I put out amazing content that will help you take your web development project to the next level, and not to mention fact you'll be able to finish them a lot faster. So let's get into in this particular demo in which I will show you how you can build this particular HTML table looking like this. So just to show you what it will do, I'll refresh the code page and then you will print out this HTML. And in this video, I am not going to go into how do you take this data from your server side and put it on your page. If you're interested in that, there are plenty of other videos that I have created. You can go to my website, which is codewithmark.com, and you can search through there. There's a whole bunch of videos in here that I teach you how you take your server data and put it in your HTML view. In this one, I just want to show you, if you already have a table, how do you make it so useful for your end user where they can sort through each one of those columns and sort the data any which way they want, and also show you how you can add a search feature and export it feature as well. And not to mention that, you can also filter your entries by showing little or all of them. So that's what I want to show you. So let's say this is the filter part. If you want to filter by the name, let's say all the ascending one, it's going to show you all of that. And if I want to filter by this, any of these particular columns I can filter for. And let's say if I want to search for age group that is only 66 years old. So if I type in 66, it's going to show me 2 entries right away. And if I take that out, it's going to show me everything. And let's go over here. Let's say if I want to copy everything currently displaying, because right now it's only displaying 10 rows, I can just click on copy. It tells me it has copied all 22 rows. So if I go to paste it, open up a notepad, paste it, and then voila, here it is. Here are all the rows. If I want to export it out, just to show you this stuff does work. If I click on export to Excel and I'm going to save it and then click on open it up, and then here is all of the 22 rows that are in here. And if you look at over here, there are 22 rows and they will export all of them out. And also if I put it into a CSV file, which is comma separated value, if I open this little bad boy up, and you will see it opens up in the right format. I just want to show you that it does work. This is not one of those things like, hey, it will work, it will not work. Because all the code that I'm going to share with you, that I have shared with you, if you have watched all of my other previous videos, you know I try my best to make it easy for you to implement the stuff, my code, into your project. So let's move on to the next part, which is PDF. If I just save it, click on it, save it, it literally will just save it into regular PDF, and you'll see it formats it right. And also you will notice it puts the export to HTML, which is your title, which is right over here. And I will show you how you can customize the output of it to where you can say, hey, don't include the whatever is on the title, put it to somewhere else. So let's go on to the next part, which is if you want to only show a certain button rather than showing all of them, you want to say, hey, I only want to show Excel, PDF, and maybe CSV. But also, I want to change the color of that button. How do I do that? So let's go to the part 2 of this, which is right over here. So as you can see before, let me just put this side by side so you can see it. So in here, before it was just say Excel, CVS, CSV, PDF, and print. And now I have customized the text to display whatever we want. So this might come in handy in your project where you're like, hey, I wanted to have it say, I don't know, XYZ or John's PDF or John's Excel report or whatever you want to call it, right? You could do that. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And it's extremely, extremely, extremely easy. When you see that, you'll be like, oh my God, Mark, thank you so much. This helped me a lot. I'm going to use this in my project. And if you do use it in your project, make sure you comment below. And also, what I wanted to share with you is something before I show you the code. It is, if you are interested in taking your web development knowledge, wherever it is, whether you're at a beginning level or you are at expert level, and now you are moving on to like, hey, I want to know, how do I get people who can pay for my services as a web developer? I have this 30-day coaching program going on in which I would like to invite you to take part in it, and there's going to be a link in the description. Make sure you click on it, check it out, and keep in mind this is only limited to 10 people. That's all I'm taking, 10 people. And if you're really serious about taking your web development knowledge and creating a business out of it, and you were like, okay, man, I know this stuff and I don't want to go work for somebody else. I want to create my own business out of it because I want to help other people. Just click the link below. I will literally show you how you can get 10 paying clients in the next 30 days. And if you're really, really serious about it, and that's, I can emphasize it, if you're really serious about this, then and only then click on the link. Otherwise, do not waste your time. So, all right, so let me show you how do you implement this in your web project. So I'll go over here, open up the code, and let's go to the very first one. So the libraries that you are going to be needing are this, and don't worry, I'm gonna make it easy for you as I always do. If this is the first time you are tuning in this channel, I always make it easy for you to implement this code into your projects. Or literally what you have to do is cut, copy, paste, and that's it into your project, and life is amazingly easy. So the libraries that you're gonna need, which is the data table libraries, which are these libraries, all you do is copy, paste it into your project file, wherever you want to paste it, and that's it. And then after that, let me zoom this in for you. So after that, all you need to do is export your, not an export, but more importantly, have your table be shown on your page. Like I said before, I'm not going to go into how do you display your server side information into a page, because I have created a lot of different videos on that, how do you do that, AJAX calls, things of that nature. Check out this YouTube channel. If not, then check out the website, which is codewithmark.com, in which it will tell you how do you take your server side data from your database and put it into your HTML table, which is very extremely easy. So from this point forward, I will assume you know how to create your table, and you already have a table, which I have right over here. The only thing that I would suggest, you just call your table ID an example, but if you want to call it something else, I don't know, call it joesparty.com or Joe's table, whatever you want to call it, right? That's, you want to put it as an ID. Just make sure that over here, this line of code, that's all you really need to make sure that your table can be filtered, it can be searchable, and also it can be exportable. So if I put this in here, and then this particular line of code, after I have included all of these libraries, and I put this in here as a jQuery, when the page loads up, it's going to look for this particular ID, which is right over here, and it's going to put the data table plugin in here, and then all I need to do is add that in this thing, and that's all. And this 3 lines of code is going to get me this particular view, in which I can copy the data, I can export it into Excel, I can export it into CSV, PDF, print, and also I can show how many entries I want to show. I want to show only 10. I can do up to 50, 20, whatever you got. So it gives you a really nice view of do that, and also search and filter and all of that good stuff. So then second part, what I want to do is I want to customize these particular buttons, in which, like, hey, I don't care about showing my users of the application how they can copy it, because that is not part of your project. Let's assume that. So let's move on to that part. And don't worry, once again, I'm gonna give you the code for this, so you can literally just copy and paste and life is good. So in here, what we're gonna do is we're always gonna include your libraries in here. And then next part is the same thing, initiating with this example ID. But this time around, we are going to say include the page length, which is this drop down box right over here, how many rows it will show for you. And then also we're going to include the button array in here as well. So let's walk through this, so that way you understand when you include it into your project what things you need to modify so that it will work. So in here, the very first thing is Excel and then HTML. So what that's going to do is it's going to allow you to export it into Excel, your HTML table. And the title would be MK. I just called it an your Excel MK. So in other words, it's like a hyperlink. If I put my mouse over it, it's going to show it sometimes it doesn't show it, depending on the browser you're using. So for the most part, this is not even that useful. But what is useful is if I want to customize, let me put this over here. So let's say if I want to customize where it says export to Excel to some other button name. So this will be the name of this button compared to over here. This is Excel, like boring stuff, whoopity-doo, right? So let's say if I want to customize that to say something else. So let's say, just to show you it does work, I'm going to put a dash in here and call it, I don't know, code with Mark, and save it. And then this is the one that's going to change. So as you can see, it changed the text of that button to extend it. So let's take it one step further. Let's say if I want to change the look and feel of that button. For some reason, you want to help your users identify, like, hey, if you click on the red button, it's going to give you Excel. If you click on the purple button, I don't know, it's going to give you CSV. And then if you click on the PDF, then it's going to give you the some other information. So let's move on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this back to what it was. So the next part is you could add a specific class to your button. So in this case, what I did was I added a class name and I just called it some generic class called BTN PDF. So that's going to add here. And then after it is done initializing this piece of code, last thing what I can do is I can say, hey, after you're done initializing this data table plugin, go look for it. And this is part of jQuery. Go look for it anywhere where it says btn underscore PDF, and then add an attribute called class, and then add this classes to it, which makes it green. So that is what I'm doing here. And then there we go. So if I click on it, now just to show you it will work, click on it and then create a PDF. And then here is my PDF. And then let's click on the CSV file. And then here is my CSV file. Last but not least, my Excel file. Let's open this up. So here is my Excel file as well. So there you go. There you have it. Hopefully this helped you in your project. Make sure if it really did help you, comment below so that way I know this was helpful so I can continue to make videos that's going to help you take your project to the next level. As I said before, if you're interested in my limited time, limited spaces, 30-day coaching program in which I will share with you how you can create your own web agency in just little as 30 days. Just click the link below, and I hope that you join my coaching program so I can teach you how you can get 10 paying clients in little as 30 days. So click the link below. And also, if you're watching this and you made it this far, why don't you just give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button so that way I can continue to create valuable information that's going to help you out. Until next time, guys, happy coding.